The HSK. In general, there are 3 different main grip styles in the AIM community. With the exception of hybrids in each unique style, since everyone holds their mouse differently because of comfort or performance, so it is a very personal thing. I myself used to play with a palm grip for my whole life until I found a mouse which was basically cut in half. The HSK PRO, which I accidentally acquired through a mystery gaming box, which was very weird at first. I thought it was a cheap mouse where the manufacturer just reduced the material because of cost, but I looked it up online to see what it was, not knowing it was an expensive mouse made by G-Wolves, a brand I have never heard before as a casual player. But what I did know was that this mouse looked really goofy to me. The first few days of trying this mouse out felt like I had no control over it whatsoever. The way this mouse forced you to focus on using your fingertips was incredibly frustrating. As a palm gripper, I have never used my fingers to aim, only to ever write something with a pen or playing Osu, which does not look very good either. So now after 6 months of using this mouse, I can never go back to a full-sized mouse. Why? Because of all the benefits I have been looking for my whole gaming career. The freedom of aim. You might ask me what I mean with a term like freedom. In aim, which is only a small part of the mechanics you needed in a game to perform well. Let me explain. My arm is always stuck to the same position because it is most comfortable way to aim for me. Flicks were always okay to do on the x-axis, but never on the y-axis. Since in Valorant or CSGO, the games I used to play, not a lot of vertical aim was needed to perform well. But in games like the Finals or Overwatch, tons of vertical aim is needed to do a proper job in-game. This mouse made me able to use my finger to pull down on a mouse or push up to imitate vertical aim. It really helped me to stay comfy in aim situations where I usually would have needed to use my shoulder and elbow to aim up or down. But that's not the only thing that made me stick with it. The weight of the mouse is only 29 grams. There's an obvious difference between my Death Adder, which weighs 96 grams. My aim, it felt way less shackled by any wires or weight. At first, it did feel floaty, but after putting in the work for a while, it feels like a true extension of my fingers. Sometimes, I forgot about it and think I aim with my pointer finger. But I have not seen a lot of people say this before, so it might also just be placebo maxing. But the feeling of being able to aim like it's second nature is very, very unique. It feels like you are in control of every single thing until you realize that you are holding a mouse. There's a certain psychological occurrence which I can only call the flow state for now. It sounds corny, but whenever I snap out of it, I can never aim as well as when I was in a focus state. I'd never have this happen before with me on any other mouse other than the HSK. I love this mouse for giving me new opportunities to experience FPS in different views, and it's just a very, very fun way to also try to get better at playing different games. Now, some of the downsides is that the battery life is really low and the hand cramps that you get. During long gaming sessions, I always forget to charge this thing and suddenly the mouse turns off without me even knowing. It does blink red when it's almost empty, but I always forget about it. Now the hand cramps only happen to me if I don't stretch my hand out at least once an hour, so ever since then I made sure to do that. But most of the time you will forget about it and you will have to deal with some kind of hand cramps. Lastly, if you really have big hands, this mouse might really be small for you. I have small hands already, and it already feels kind of small to me. Now imagine what will happen to you. To end this video on a good note, I really love this mouse, but I would love to try a new mice with a similar approach. A mouse for fingertip stars, but in different, unique ways.